They say love is an intense, profound affection for another person, a strong urge and overwhelming sentiments of attachment, a willingness to put another person's well being or pleasure ahead of your own. But what if that love causes you a great deal of pain? What if the one you love betrayed you? Will you ever continue to take risk and stay? The greatest thing in the world is to know how to belong to oneself.
My life isn't perfect, just like others. I also experienced unpleasant things in my life. And now that I'm dead, I know everything. This is what I wish would happen. But like so many wishes, it failed to come true. I know only a few factoids that I didn't know before. That is much too high a price to pay for the satisfaction of curiosity. Needless to say, since being dead, achieving this state of bonelessness, liplessness, breastlessness, I've learned some things I would rather not know, as one does when listening at windows or opening other people's letters. You think you like to read minds?
You are too much for me. You can stand for yourself.
She was so blinded by her love to his husband that even to her deathbed, that cunning man is still cheating in front of her.
She's so pathetic. Odysseus chose her once, but he never loved her.
Her beauty is nothing. She's a hypocrite, pretending like everything is fine despite knowing that her husband cheated on her.
Think again. Down here, everyone arrives with a sock. But the socks used to keep the winds in. But each of these socks is full of words. Words you've spoken. Words you've heard. Words that have been said about you. Some socks are very small. Others large. My own is a reasonable size. Though a lot of words in it concern my imminent husband.
There's been a rumor that your husband is meeting with another woman.
Well, some says that it is more than one woman.
The rumor might have been wrong. He's busy fighting in wars. He'll have no time to do such things the rumor says about him. He's brave and I believe is a faithful man.
Aren't you a faithful and loyal one? Your husband is blessed to have you as his wife.
What are you doing here, Odysseus? And who's this you are
Oh,
with?
it's you, Penelope. This is Circe. Circe? This is Penelope, my wife. Isn't she beautiful?
Oh yeah, she is.
He was always so plausible. Many have believed that his version of events was the true one. Give or take a few murders, a few beautiful seductresses, a few one-eye monsters.
It's her choice to stay with Odysseus. It seems like she enjoys being cheated on.
But Odysseus should not be blamed by her actions. She chose to be blinded. She is the one to be blamed.
Maybe she's not fulfilling her duty as Odysseus' wife.
That might be the reason. Odysseus did not do anything wrong to her. It's her who is lacking.
Even if I believed him from time to time, I knew he was tricky and a liar. I just didn't think he would play his tricks and try out his lies on me. Hadn't I been faithful? Hadn't I waited and waited despite the temptation? almost the compulsion to do otherwise? And what did I amount to once the official version gained ground? An edifying legend. A stick used to beat other women with. Why couldn't they be as considerate, as trustworthy, as all suffering as I had been? That was the line they took. The singers, the yarn spinner, don't follow my example. I want to scream in your ears. Yes, yours. But when I try to scream, I sound like an owl. Of course, I had inklings about his slipperiness, his williness, his foxiness, his, how can I put this, his unscrupulousness. But I turned in a blind eye. I kept my mouth shut. Or if I opened it, I sang his praises. I didn't contracted it. I didn't ask awkward questions. I didn't dig deep. I wanted happy ending in those days. And happy endings are the best achieved by keeping the right doors locked and going to sleep doing rampage. But after the main events were over and things had become less legendary, I realized how many people were laughing at me behind my back. How they were jeering, making jokes about me, jokes both clean and dirty. How they were turning me into a story, or into several stories. Though not the kind of stories I'd prefer to hear about myself. What can a woman do when a scandalous gossip travels the world? If she defends herself, she sounds guilty. So I waited some more. Now that all the others have run out of air, it's my turn to do a little story making. I owe it to myself. I've had to work myself up to it. It's a low art, tale telling. Old women go for it, strolling beggars, blind singers, maid servants, children, folks with time on their hands. Once, people would have laughed if I tried to play the minstrel. There's nothing more preposterous than aristocrat fumbling around with the arts. But who cares about public opinion now? The opinion of people down here? The opinions of shadows, of echoes. So I'll spin a thread on my own.
Some things may not appear to be the same all of the time. Things that others fail to notice. And other things that others overlook or are unaware of the true scenario. Each story will always have two sides. Therefore, we shouldn't form judgment based on hearing only one. A low art demonstrates how various viewpoints may be. The story taught us never to judge someone based on what we hear from others, especially when we have never met them and do not know the whole story.